This is the TUM main campus. It's literally a 15-minute walk from the central station. It is surrounded by museums that you will see later on and only a 20-minute walk from the English Garden. Who studies here? It's electrical engineers, management, architecture, politics, social sciences, and probably some others that I don't know, because I even had to write down those few parts. This campus is also surrounded by many libraries and bars and so on, so you basically have everything you need here. It's also not a very close campus, so not the typical one that you would expect with like a gate and then everything is inside it, but rather it's way more scattered. This is the first thing you will see once you come into the TUM. It's basically the student service center where you will get your student card once you arrive here at TUM. You will need your student card for paying at the cafeteria and more things. It will also serve as a service desk, so whenever you need any help, this is the place. Okay. This is the courtyard of the campus, with some chill areas and some nerdy constructions. I like them. Look, all of them meet at a precise 90-degree angle. This is just another bridge. It's in the courtyard. Let's see what the courtyard looks like. Some students have put up some raised beds to grow vegetables and tomatoes. Keep growing. I think it's beautiful. Can everyone please just comment, that's beautiful? And this is where typically you will find some beer tables where you can sit outside and just chill or study, whatever you want. But as you can see right now, there's a construction site. And behind me, this is the entrance to the biggest lecture hall. It's called the Audimax, and that's where I had many of my lectures in my first semester. Sometimes I like to visit random classes, and then I just go up to the second floor of the Audimax and watch the lecture for a couple of minutes. This is the library. There are of course lots of regular places to study, but you can rent out group rooms for groups of up to 8 people, as well as these solo studying rooms for free. First come, first serve. Then there are these chairs where you can chill and where you will find people sleeping in weird positions during the exam phase. These here are one of my favorite working places in a library. TUM thought about it and did not want to be responsible for back pain of thousands of students, so you have the possibility to work on standing desks and change the position in which you study. Okay.
Wow.
There are lots of different classrooms or lecture halls in TUM. Sometimes it's hard to find them, but luckily there's a room finder online, so you can just type in the name of the room and it will get shown where you have to walk. This is the Shoe Cafe. You can get light snacks here or some food if you want to. What I like about this place is, first of all, the high ceilings. What I don't like about this place are those metal benches. They're so uncomfortable and there are no power outlets at all. But also that might be a plus because, well, it's less crowded than other places. I don't know. I don't know even.
Third, fourth, second?
Second. I'm not sure about that, but next we're going to the management building. We could simply take the back door, but there's one special entrance. Yeah, that you will see in like a second. Everything is accessible for people in wheelchairs. This is just weird.
So this looks like we're about to board a plane.
We could simply use the back door of the management building, but I wanted to show you this, so yeah, let's go to the management building. This is the management building. There are some lecture halls here. And also this room that is only reserved for studying for the management people. You can only access this with the code. The code is... This is the management room. At first you probably want to sit right next to the big windows, but soon you will feel like being the main attraction in a zoo because it's right next to a street and you will move to the other side. This is the Department of Electrical Engineering. You'll just have more lecture halls like this here. But besides that, there's not much here. So let's head over to the fun part, which is exactly on the opposite side, as far as you can get from the electrical engineers. I'm kidding. I actually like it a lot here. I had some lectures here, some exams here. Super interesting. There's also more space to just hang out, chill, or study. But now we're going to the cafeteria and the mensa, which are on the other side of this part. This is the TUM. Only students have access to this. There are some more rooms to study, also some single rooms and group study rooms, and a shower and some cozy beanbags. It is not allowed to stay here overnight, but during the exam season you might find some people sleeping in on one of these beanbags during the night. Don't do that, please. Do yourself the favor and start studying early and get some good sleep in your own bed. This is the mensa, the student canteen. You have 2 different counters where you can get food. So you have different options for lunch. You can always choose between meat, vegetarian and vegan options. You have many different options, but I was not allowed to film where you take the food, so I just bought as many different things as possible to show you guys. I typically don't eat meat, so you'll not see this, but they have usually 2 different meals with meat. There's also the so-called Rooftop, that would translate to student's pot and looks a bit like the food one would expect in prison. But it is honestly quite tasty and I have a bit of it every day, also because it is cheaper than everything else. You pay 33 cents for 100 grams of the Rooftop and also of soups. Everything else costs 80 cents for 100 grams, and if you get meat or fish, it costs an additional €1. Then we have a salad bar and some desserts. You basically pick up everything you want, then go to the scale to weigh your food. You pay different amounts for different kind of food, so just choose what you have and pay with your student card. Then you can eat in the hall with the ceiling that looks to me like it would be out of a post-apocalyptic movie. Alright, so this is the student canteen that we've been just in and where we just ate lunch. And, well, there's a park next to it and a museum, so people chill out here. Next to it there are the Pinakotheken, so basically art galleries and like the Egyptian museum. And people just chill out here. They play volleyball, they put up their spike ball sets, or just take a sunbath.
Backflip. Backflip.
Backflip.
Can you do a backflip?
I cannot. You guys asked me on my Discord whether there are any playgrounds nearby or any basketball courts, and the answer is kind of. Well, this is the only thing you got here. If you're looking for basketball courts or volleyball courts or anything, you need to go to the Olympia Park, which is a 20-minute bike ride from here, and there you will have like lots of basketball courts and volleyball courts and playing tennis and basically everything that you can imagine, just like any kinds of sports and sports that you haven't heard of. This is the Nachholzer Forum. It has recently opened and it is basically a cafe with a rooftop terrace. You have an amazing view from up here. And if the weather is good, you can even see the mountains. I hope this was a good overview. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or join the Discord. Keep growing, this is only the beginning.